It's because it's
Now it's recording.
okay. So now it's asking me if I'm recording to the computer or to the cloud every time. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start off with a little visual here. So, okay. So obviously we're talking about consistency this week, right? And so let me turn my dishwasher off because it's super loud. I can't even hear myself. I'm back. Okay. Hey, Angela. Okay. So we're talking about consistency this week. Consistency in your business is so important, right? But in network marketing, people typically think of network marketing and they want it to be fast, right? And so they start working and they do it kind of like this. So imagine this is your business, this popcorn right here. Throw it in the microwave. And I'm working. I'm reaching out to my contacts. I am sending messages. I am posting. I am doing my makeup. And I'm talking to people, right? It didn't work. I'm done.
Can you hear me?
Well, you know what? I took a break and I thought about it. And I'm going to try again. So now I'm reaching out to people. I'm contacting them. I learned this new thing from a different Black status person, and I'm going to try it. All right. It's working, right? It's going to be working this time. It's got to work. It's not working. Okay, well, I'm done. What else could I do? How else could I do this, right? Like, oh, so hard. Okay, let me try again. I went to this training and I learned so much. So now I am reaching out to people and I'm building friendships, right? Like I'm actually trying to make friends with people. And I'm doing it every day of the week. I'm not just doing it like here and there. I'm actually messaging people every day, or I'm posting something about Unique every day. But I'm not like in people's faces annoying the crap out of them, right? I'm posting like, hey guys, do you like this new lipstick? I think I'm in love. That's it. And it's working. Do you hear my popcorn? It's working. Because I decided to stick with it this time. Okay, I don't need it to keep going though. But
Don't waste the popcorn.
I'm going to turn this one off. We'll just figure out how to leave. Okay, I'm back. So with network marketing, right? Like it's like with anything that you do, if like, you know, we've all heard the phrase watch pot never boils, right? But with network marketing, you have to watch the pot. You have to be doing it and you have to be paying attention to people and you have to be paying attention to your business and doing it with intentions, not just going out there and spraying and hoping that it works, right? You don't just like spray and pray like, oh, I saw this person post this and she got 30 comments, so I'm going to post it too. Oh, I saw this person post this. This sounds nothing like this. It doesn't sound like me at all. It sounds like somebody else, but I'm going to post it anyway. And hopefully people will think that's me and they'll comment, right? Or, oh my gosh, I'm going to share this picture of my friend where her makeup looks flawless on this side and like, you know, she's got nothing on this side and it looks great. I'm going to post that picture of my friend. Hopefully that will get me some sales. People aren't going to respond because they don't see you being consistent, right? When you're consistent, you build people's trust. When people know that you are in this and that you want to do it, people are going to learn to trust you, right? But if people think they see you taking breaks and they see that you're not always there, they're not necessarily going to believe that you really like it. Because if you're not doing it all the time, then do you really like it or do you just like it when you need money? Right? Like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of short on money right now. So if you guys could really pick up some of this potty lip gloss, it'd be freaking great for me. Okay? Please do that. Oh man, we just got our tax return. I don't need money for nothing. I don't need to post about this for months, right? You're not going to build anybody's trust because they don't think that you really love the stuff if you're not sharing about it all the time. And another surefire way that you can know I'm obviously not being consistent enough is if people come to you and say, are you still doing that unique thing? If you've been doing it for a while and people have to ask, then you're not being consistent enough. People don't know. And you don't have to be spewing the name and unique everywhere. You don't have to, every one of your posts doesn't have to say unique, but the tone of who you are and you putting yourself out there and being genuine and just having something about makeup every day. You don't have to say unique, but you can say, dang, my lashes look good, you know, and that's it, right? And that's, people will know because you're being consistent. Consistency also looks professional. You don't see any of your professional brands out there posting for 1 week out of the month. I mean, their Facebook pages have stuff going on all the time. Another thing is consistency isn't just consistently posting crap, right? It's consistently posting and using the same strategy. So
Emily.
You don't try this thing that you were told to try. And if it doesn't work the first time, say, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm not going to try that anymore. I tried it once. It didn't work for me. That's it. I'm done. I did this party once. It didn't work. I'm done. You have to try over and over and over again. Carol Lewis Newton, she's the queen of parties, right? Like she has had more parties than anybody else in Unique. And she says that the majority of her parties didn't qualify. The majority of her parties didn't even have sales. So when you try a script or you try something new, if it doesn't work, it doesn't necessarily mean that that script isn't good. It just means that you didn't have the right crowd this time. And so keep being consistent in what you're doing. And if you change strategies all the time, like I said in the beginning, like you're going to look kind of crazy. Like, okay, let me throw out the way that this person does it that's not like me. Okay, let me throw out the way this person does it that's not like me. And not only that, but sometimes when you're doing the same thing as everybody else, I mean, let's face it, I don't know about you guys, but all of my friends know multiple Unique girls. I'm not the only one. And so if they see me copying someone else, they know it's me copying someone else. But I can tweak it to fit me a little, and it's different. You can see a post and think, wow, that's genius, and tweak it to fit your personality, and it makes all the difference in the world. Then you're not copying, and you're sticking to that strategy because you're being you. Let's see. Strategies, just like everything, it takes time. This isn't unique network marketing. Any sort of business is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not gonna there's not a single Black status leader out there that has this tip that's gonna change everything for you, right? Like they can't hand you a script and be like, here you go, here's the script, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's it, that's what I needed. Now I'm a millionaire. Because that's just not how it works, right? It takes time, and you have to build that trust, and that's consistency. So if you think, man, I don't know if this is working, try it for a prolonged period of time. Try it for a while. If it's still not working after you've tried it for a good while, not just, a week or two or 3 parties, a while. If it's still not working, then you go and change your strategy, because it's okay to change your strategy as long as you're being true to you. But it's not okay to change your strategy every week. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try something new. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try something new. It's absolutely not going to work like that. So if you look at leaders, right, and you find someone that you mesh with, like someone who the way they do things makes you feel comfortable, gives you warm fuzzies, right? That's who you want to look at and watch the things that they do and make them your own. Because I do not in any way, shape, or form think that you should just straight copy things. Because, I mean, even if people don't know, I love Haley. I love Haley to death. I love Haley Ragsdale. I feel like I just mesh with her. I feel like we are very similar in our beliefs and our values and stuff. But I can't take the things that she posts and put them out to my customers and expect me to get results, because I mean, crying out loud, she lives in Alaska. The way she talks is definitely not the way me, Southern little Texas girl, talks. It's going to sound ridiculous. I love Narelle, but if I started copying and pasting Narelle's posts, people would be like, why is this Texas girl talking like she's from a different country, right? You have to stick to who you are and be true to you, but you've got to do it consistently. If you are consistent, people will start to come to you. I can't tell you the number of people who have joined this team because they have watched me for years now, right? And they've seen me and that I love this company and then I love what I'm doing. And they come to me and they ask me questions, and some of them join, some of them don't, but they come to me and ask me questions, and they come to me to buy makeup. And I have girls who I have been friends with since before Unique, talk to about Unique, and they shut me down, said they would never buy makeup from me because they buy their makeup at Sephora or whatever. And now they're ordering makeup from me, right? I have this one friend in particular. I will never forget. I had just barely started with Unique. And this guy that I'm friends with had posted something about all these people in network marketing think they're salesmen and they don't even know what they're doing, and they're just posting ads, and he didn't come to Facebook for sales, blah, 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 blah. Like he went on. I mean, it was a rampage. It was like this long. And I, being brand new, was like, oh my God, that's probably me. It's probably me. He's probably talking about me. And one of my good friends commented below it and said, no joke, this week I've been invited to a makeup party, I don't know, she named several of them, but I had invited her to my launch party. It was literally the week I started, right? I had invited her to my launch party, and I was literally in tears because I was like, that's me. They were talking about me because she was like, I can't stand it. I'm so sick of Facebook for that. And I was in tears because I was like, this is one of my friends. Like, if she didn't want to come to my thing, she just had to say no. And I was really genuinely upset about it. However, fast forward 2 years, she's ordering all of her makeup from me now. All of it. And I've never broached the subject and been like, hey, so you remember back when you said, I've never done that. I probably should, but I probably won't because it'll probably piss her off. But I won her over because I was consistently there. I've always, even ever since I joined Unique, through our moves, through our traumas, through everything, I have been consistent about the fact that I love this company and that it's my job. And it's going to be my job. Now, I want to flip to another side of things. So with sponsoring. So when you're sponsoring people, you want to also be consistent about sponsoring because of this. And I wish I had taken the time to draw this out today, but I didn't. So I'm going to kind of show you guys. So when I was when I went to Empower You in Houston last year, Lauren Pipak, I love her. She did a, a live example or whatever, I don't know. And she pointed around the room and she said, hey, you guys, this is my first month with Unique. I'm going to sponsor you, you, and you. And she had 3 people stand up. Okay. And I just threw my pen on the ground. Good thing I've got more. Okay. Can you guys see it? Kind of. Okay. She sponsored 3 people, right? And she said, okay, now you 3, I want you guys all to go out and sponsor 3 people. So they did. So then she said, okay, now you 3, I want you guys to go out and sponsor 3. Oh, no, then she said, yeah. I want you guys to go out and sponsor 3 people. So they did. This is going to take forever to draw. Okay, so there we have all these people, right? Okay, then she said, okay, but some of these people decided they didn't want to do it, so let's cross them out. She crossed out some people, right? She had them sit down, but I can't do that. So then she had all of these people enroll 3 people, and I mean, I'm not going to actually draw all the circles because we'll be sitting here all night. But just imagine how big this would be, right? And she had 3 sit down again. And then kept going. Her team has grown like crazy, right? Because she enrolled 3 and she had 3 people enroll 3. Now you can do that exact same thing by doing one person. You enroll one person, you have them enroll one person, you have them enroll one person, and you just keep going. And every month you're enrolling one person and so are they, right? your team is going to grow, and you're consistently going to have growth. But you're also going to have setbacks because there's going to be people who quit. There's going to be people who say, this isn't for me. And if you've only enrolled one person a month, then how far back you go each time is going to be a lot bigger. Whereas if you're enrolling 3 people every month, when you drop 3 people a month, 3 months in, it's not really a big deal, because by that point you already have 27 people who are enrolling people every month. So if you keep going like that, if you're consistent and you continually enroll people, and you get people to see, I mean, the value of the kit is amazing, right? And the business, I mean, Becca's in Punta Cana. The business is awesome, right? So if you're doing that and you're doing it consistently and you continue to grow and you help your people grow, everyone as a whole is going to grow and business is going to be booming fast. But you can do the same thing slowly, but you have to decide what level of consistency works for you and your lifestyle. That now, for me, Brady actually is way more consistent than I am. I'll be 100% honest there. I don't have as much time in my day as Brady does, I think. But I try to add 5 people to my Facebook every single day. I send out messages. I have this amazing new app that I found called Teamsy, and it is my absolute lifesaver right now. You import all of your contacts, and it tells you who's up next to talk to. And so I start conversations with 5 people. Well, actually, I think I'm at 10 people a day now. Conversations with 10 people a day, just about them. Not about the business, not about Unique, just about life, right? I start 10 conversations. I follow up with 6 customers every single day, and I touch bases with 4 presenters every day, whether that is people on our team or sideline sisters or upline or downline, it doesn't matter, just someone from Unique. I touch base with at least 4 people every day, and that's me reaching out to them. It's not them reaching out to me. And I have at least 5 invitations a day. Now, invitations for me include hosting a party or joining the business or buying products. If it's someone who I know that it's time for them, I include all of those things. I make sure at least one is about hosting a party and at least one we're talking about the business, but the rest of them can just be about products, and I'm okay with that. I honestly, in my life right now, don't have the time to do 5 of each, right? I just don't. So I'm okay with 1 of each, because sometimes it's 4 of each, and sometimes it's 1, but it's at least 1. Hey, Becca! Hey! So you decide your level of consistency, whatever that is. For me, that's where I'm at. I use this app, Teamsy. It tells me if I'm not done for the day, I'm not done for the day. I keep going until I get to 100%. I just keep going. And if that means I'm up at 11:45 at night finishing up, then I'm up at 11:45 finishing at night. She's like, no way. But I work my business mostly at night after I put my kids in bed. So it depends on how much stuff I have to do prior to that, whether I have time to finish it earlier. Since I've started with Teamsy, I'm getting close to the end of my 30-day trial, and it has been phenomenal. Using it, I have had some big sales, over $100 sales, just from following up with someone and saying, hey, like, I messaged this lady the other day and was like, hey, just wanted to check and make sure you're loving your Uplift serum. And she was like, oh my gosh, yes, I need some more stuff from you. What other skincare do you have? She won't try her makeup yet. She's not there yet. She wears lots of makeup. She will not try ours yet. But so she turned around and ordered some night creams, and she doesn't order just 1. She always orders 2 of everything she orders. I'm assuming that she's giving it to her mom. I don't really know. Her mom's in a nursing home, so she's probably taking it, which means probably it's getting stolen, but whatever. But I've had multiple times where that has happened, where when I'm reaching out to someone who I haven't talked to in a while, it's not like they just got their product and I'm just double checking to make sure they got it, they love it. It's like months later, and I'm like, hey, just wanted to make sure that you're still loving such and such. And some of those people, when they're customers and it's been a while since I've talked to them, I don't even bring up the product. I just talk to them about their life. But I just make sure that I'm consistently following up with people, and that has been my biggest drawback in this business, is the follow-up. I'm horrible at follow-up. In fact, as I've been using Teamsy, I've realized that there are people who ordered makeup from me that I don't have on my Facebook. Their emails aren't correct. I could have never followed up with them. I obviously never did. But the ones who I didn't follow up with, who are on Facebook, and I found them and I friend requested them, they've added me back, I've apologized to them. And I've said, like, I'm really sorry. I am still somewhat new and I'm learning my way around this thing. And I didn't follow up with you the way I should. And I wanted to see if you loved what you got from me. And everyone that I have done that to, that I've been genuine and I've apologized to, has responded positively to me. I'm sure there will come one that won't. And I'll probably cry about it. But everyone so far has been really just genuinely nice. And I think Brandy has some things that she wants to say too. So I'm going to let Brandy talk. Oh, now Brandy's like,
I always get like that. Believe it or not, I always get like that. So the definition of consistency is conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. That definition does not mesh in my head with what I consider consistency to be. But that was like Webster's dictionary definition. So what we all want to know is how being consistent will get us all on the beach next year, right? That's what we want to know. So I think Nicole Smith and Bree both posted that the qualifying period is going to start in January this year, which I am so excited about.
Let me just tag on to that. They may not tell us what the qualifications are going to be until after January. So
exactly.
Make sure that your January is huge, because this past year, they didn't tell us. So in January, my dad had just passed away. I was just kind of still like, working, but not working.
Yeah.
And then I look back, and now I look back and I'm like, if I had a normal month in January, I would be in Punta Cana with Becca right now.
Yes, you would be there with Becca right now. Because you were so close, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I could have bought you there, I would have, but I couldn't. So I didn't. Okay, sorry. We've got the husband here. He gives his 2 cents. But anyway, I'm sure he's going to want to be in Cancun with us. So this kind of affects him too. But anyway, you want to show up daily, because like Cheryl said, you don't know what the qualifications are going to be. And if you say, oh, I'm tired after the Christmas rush, and you take January off, or you say, I really don't want to do anything in February, all you're doing is killing your time. There's so many things that you can do after the holidays to kind of boost your sales, because January, you've got Valentine's Day to look forward to. You can make some bundles, do things like that. Work every day like it's the month-end push. Exactly, Becca. As you work from your cushy hotel room in Punta Cana. I'm just saying. But anyway, you want to make sure, especially once we find out what the qualifications are for it, or what the levels are that you have to hit, you want to get out there and you want to show up. Showing up in your business is the biggest part of it. The first day you take a day off and you don't get on, like I had 2 parties going on Friday, and I had some bad side effects from one of my medicines. And I messaged Cheryl and I was like, can you post in these parties for me? I had 0 interaction in those parties. And it wasn't Cheryl's fault.
They don't know me.
Yeah. I mean, she did what I asked her to do, which was basically let them know I'm dying. And she did. And when I felt better later in the day, I posted some things, but it was like I had to re-get their attention. And one of those parties has not gained interaction again, and it ends tomorrow. So, I mean, it is what it is. The minute you don't show up is the minute it starts to fall apart. And yes, I do stay a little more consistent with things. But it's because I have time to, and it's thanks to him that I have time to. Yeah, I do. I get on every day around 10 o'clock, and I do my makeup every day around 10 o'clock. And my people know, my stay-at-home moms know, we can get on and talk to Brandy around 10:30. And I'll let them, like, I'll post if I'm going to be late or if I'm not going live or whatever, because I know that these people see me and they look forward to talking to me because they're stuck at home with young kids. And they sit there and they're like, you're the only adult interaction I have until my husband gets home. So they look forward to it. And some of them have gone from not wearing makeup to, oh, give me a mascara. Give me one of those masks. What's that mask thing? It's not just makeup application. It's genuine chat with Brandy while she applies makeup.
It really is. And Brandy has this cult-like following, you guys. I don't know if you've ever hopped on her lives, but she's on there every day without fail. I mean, she always has been, even since before Unique, right? Well, not before Unique, but before
this time. Even when I wasn't actively working a business, I was still going live.
And they follow, and like when she hops on, I mean, like I see the same people on her lives all the time, but I also see new people. Like, and I feel like her friends are like reaching out, making friends with me just because we're all commenting on her live. And it's crazy because they love her. And it's because she's so genuine. Like, there's no question that Brandy is who Brandy is.
That's a very, very nice way of putting it.
It is nice. It's great.
That's the thing. I am unapologetically me.
Yes.
That's how you have to be in this kind of business. But I'm not unapologetically me to the point where I'm mean to people to their faces. That sounds horrible. I'm not talking about any of y'all behind your backs. But
sounds so good, Brandy.
No, I'm not going to get on Facebook and be like, oh my God, can you believe Cheryl just made this comment about Becca? And, Becca and Cheryl, they think they work so well together. Like, I've seen lots of people, more people who have left the company. I've seen more of that than you would imagine. Saw some of it yesterday. Screenshot and delete. I was like, nope, delete, bless and release.
Bless and release, yeah.
But that's the thing. It's good to be unapologetically who you are and to consistently be unapologetically who you are. But don't be mean.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes a consistent bully. I've got to throw consistency in there because that's what we're talking about.
A consistent bully. If you're only a bully every once in a while, it's totally okay.
That's no big deal. Because we all know Becca's a big bully, right?
Oh, God.
Our fearless leader, yeah.
Be you, but save the drama for your mama. Exactly. It's not attractive. I was watching someone's live a few days ago. Actually, it was quite comical. I'm watching this live, and I was really loving it. I'm like learning things from this girl, and then she starts talking about all kinds of drama, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I just
and that's it. That's the fastest way to get people to tune out from you is to bring up
drama.
Anything. People want you to be out there and to talk to them like we sit and talk here. They want you to teach them something. They want you to humor them. Sorry that I just had a party started. Yay! But they want to be entertained. They want to be educated. Yes. Be the positive light for their day. Exactly. So I might work that in tomorrow, Becca, with my luminizer. Going to be the shimmering light for the day.
So basically, consistency for every person is going to be a little bit different. It's what you can fit into your day and into your time. But whatever it is, be consistent with it. Set yourself a goal. Set yourself, I'm going to do this. Write it down. This is what I'm going to do. And then stick to that. If you are consistent and you do this, you work it every day, day in and day out, you will see growth. The moment that I started treating this like a business and not like a hobby is the moment that I started to see growth. We have on my team, which everybody on here is on my team, but on my team, we have over 60 girls. And not all of them are active. Not all of them actively work, but we do have that. And we wouldn't have got there. This team wouldn't have grown that big if it wasn't for the fact that I was working on a consistent basis. And that doesn't mean that when you have, we do work in a business where we're allowed to take time off when we have emergencies, right? Or when we're sick or when we're whatever. It doesn't mean don't do that, because by all means, you have an emergency, take the time that you need to handle that, right? But make sure that when you come back ready to truly work, and that you set all your goals that you set up for yourself, that you start hitting those again, and make your goals about things that you can actually quantify, numbers that you can write down, that you can say, I did this. So if it's a number sales goal, you set down that sales goal. If it's a number of parties, it's a number of people you're going to talk to. If it's how many follow-ups you're going to do a day, no matter what it is, set those numbers and actually do them. And show people, honestly, the follow-up has been my greatest struggle. It always has been. And the moment that I started following up a lot better, which was only really like a month ago, it became super consistent. But in that moment, I started noticing that people were responding really well to it. Very, very quickly, people started responding well to the fact that I was following up with them, to the fact that when their order shipped, I would say, hey, your order's on its way. Or, hey, I've got your order in. I'm about to ship it out right now, when I would, do bulk orders or whatever. And then checking in with people after they get it, and then checking in again with them after a few days, to make sure that they still love it. That it wasn't just like, oh my gosh, I love it. And then the next day they put it on and we're like, maybe I don't love it.
Well, that's exactly it. I followed up with somebody yesterday, and she said, the foundation's perfect. And I like my concealer lighter because I like to highlight with it, but I think this one's a little too light. But I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to lose anything. And I said, well, look, I explained the Love It guarantee. I said, we're still in that 14 days. You got your stuff 6 days ago. I said, let me go ahead and put in our support request. I said, you know what color you want. Let me know what you would like to exchange it out for. And within 20 minutes, support had emailed her what she needed to do. And she's going to be happy now.
Yeah, you want to get people to a love it point, no matter what it is. And if you're doing that and you're making sure that every one of your customers consistently is at a love it point, they're going to be customers for long term. And that doesn't mean, I want to throw this out there just because I've had it happen recently. It doesn't mean they can't order from someone else, right? Just because someone is ordering from you doesn't mean they can't turn around and order from another unique presenter or from another makeup company. We have competitors out there, and people can do that. And when that happens, let it go, because you know what? You've provided good customer service. And if you continue to provide good customer service, that's going to make an impact, because you don't know what that other person's going to do. So don't even worry about it. Just be the best you that you can be consistently, and let it go, because they'll come back and order from you again. I have multiple people who've done that, and I've never really thought much about it because I shop at multiple stores, right? Like sometimes I'm at Walmart, sometimes I'm at Target, sometimes I'm at Costco. I'm everywhere. So I never really considered that it would even hurt anyone's feelings if someone ordered from someone else. But that's happened to me recently, where someone has reached out to me and been upset because somebody ordered with someone else. And not even with our company. It was a totally different company. It's just a friend who's in network marketing who was really upset. So, but I talked to her about, just consistently follow up with her and be her friend. She may come back. If she doesn't, that's okay too. Like, just be friends. Like, it's okay.
That's exactly it. As long as you stay you and you stay consistent, and like you said, you don't stop being their friend, stay in their lives, consistently check in on them as a person, and you never know, they may come back.
Unique is me, 100%. Like I live, breathe, eat, you sleep, whatever, unique, like all the time, right? But I have friends that have nothing to do with unique. I have friends that do not wear makeup. I have friends that are guys and don't give a crap about makeup, right? And that's okay. But I don't make unique so much a part of every one of your interactions with people that you forget to just be a person. Like you can just be a friend without having to think about this. And that in turn can turn around to people ending up ordering from you, or it couldn't. And it's okay either way, because like, it's not the end all be all of everything, So consistently going after what you want, talking to people, setting your goals. That's the big thing. Set your goals and stick with them. So does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to add? if you are consistent and you do this month after month and you stick with it, that will get you to Cancun. The follow-up, that's literally where it's at. If you're not following up with people, I can pretty much guarantee you're not going to be sitting on the beach.
And do try out Teamsy if you would like to start something like this.
30-day free trial.
30-day free trial. And there was somebody on my list today just to check in with. And I did, and she said, I was just thinking about you. My foundation's almost gone. I wasn't even checking in with her or following up as a customer because she hasn't purchased from me since I've been back. So I didn't even think about it. But she said, I was just thinking about you. All I did was ask her how her daughter was. So
I was going to say, I think it was last week, maybe the week before sometime, I shared something about the number of follow-ups it takes for someone to decide to order. It's like 7 to 10 times that you follow up with someone before they decide to order or join your business, right? So on average, you've chit-chatted with someone that many times. And I got to thinking, I was watching this training that the guy who does Teamsy was doing, and he was explaining why it's 7 to 10 times. And I was like, dude, he's in my life. He watches me. Because there's so many times when I mean to do something, right? But I'm busy. And I forget about it. And until I get that message like, hey, girl, da-da-da-da-da, I've forgotten completely about the fact that I told my friend I needed more Scentsy. Like, it's sitting there. I see it every day and I think about it, but I don't have time right when I think about it to order it, right? And when she messages me and says, hey, girl, what's going on? Oh, my gosh, thank you so much for reaching out to me. What are you doing? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. How are your boys? I really need that scent that we talked about. Send me an invoice, please. And sometimes that's exactly what it is. And sometimes they're not responding to your messages, not because they don't want to, not because they aren't interested in what you've said to them, not because they don't want to buy products, not because they don't want to join your team, but because they're too dang busy right now to get back to you, and they forget. I have a girl who I've been looking through my Facebook messages for. I'm hoping she messages me again because I don't remember her name and I can't find it. She had sent me a message asking me about what More Glam was, and I can't find it anywhere. I have been through probably 100 messages trying to find it. I cannot find it.
Have you tried the search function?
It was a voice.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's not going to do me much good. Yeah. So I'm hoping that she messages me again at some point. But it's literally just sometimes people are just too busy. It's not that they don't want to do what you want. It's just that it's not a priority because they're not with Unique, right? So it's not a priority to them. And when you reach out that 7th, 8th, 9th time, they're like, okay, let me do this right now before I forget again. Because at some point she's going to stop reaching out to me and then I'm not going to get that mascara that I really want because I'm going to forget all about it, you know? So just if you're consistent and you're following up with people and you're following up with people on the business, on the products, and just on friendship, you'll get yourself to Punta Cana. Or not to Punta Cana, to Cancun. Because Becca got Punta Cana. The rest of us, including Becca, will be in Cancun.
Yep. Becca, how many trips have you ordered? Have you ordered? Wow, have you earned now 3?
2.
Two.
This was my, yeah. I got really close to earning, I think it was Jamaica was the year that I missed. And when I knew Josh and I were moving to Germany, I kind of quit trying because I knew it wasn't going to be possible anyway. What happened is they had extra spots and they were going to let the Black status select people. And in a separate group, Bree had put, and then she said it was pretty much like a sell-off because Bree's really big on competitions and you actually earning what you get. And at that point, I knew it wasn't going to be possible. And I'm like, I don't want to earn a spot if I'm not going to be able to go. So I didn't really try. And then last year, I earned the trip, and then this year. And one thing that I did want to say is, regardless, trip aside, if you are working and being consistent in your business, just for building your business, that's huge. Because even though Cheryl did not earn the trip, she built much stronger of a team than she had before just from being consistent. So regardless if you earn the extras, maybe you don't get it this first year. Maybe you get it the next year. I mean, there's so many possibilities. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. And also just, if you have your off days where you can't post, where you can't, you're offline or whatever. Try to still connect with somebody somehow in some way that will benefit your business. Even if it's not on Facebook or on your phone, make a connection in real life. People that are in person want the products too. So push yourself and try to like find something every single day that will help grow your business. If you're doing that, obviously the more that you do, the bigger and faster you'll grow. But if you're doing even a single thing every single day that's helping your business, you're going to be growing. So.
Yeah, that's 100% true. My business last year at this time, I was so far, last year at the end of the qualification period, I was so far away that I didn't even when this year's qualification period started, I wanted it, but I was like, as much as I want it, I'll never get there. Like, that's just crazy. I thought about it and was like, even though last year there were pinks and blues who went too, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, but that's for people who have lots of friends. That's for people who have lots of time. That's for people who aren't busy. That's for people who, and I had like a million excuses, but I still worked my business regardless. And at the end of the qualification period, I was so close and I was like, I've been working my business, but holy crap, if I had worked just that much harder, I could have been there. And then I felt like, man, I really missed out on a huge opportunity here. And, I was still working my business consistently, but if I had pushed it just a little bit more, it could have been the difference. And
Exactly. The very first year that I had a chance to earn points for a trip with Unique, I earned 297 points. And I think at that time you needed 25,000. And obviously I was new at the business, and I had like no idea how to even earn points or like what was going on. Obviously I wasn't really trying with my business, because if that was from sales, then that was terrible sales. But I remember I had 297 points and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even get 1,000. I'll never earn a trip. And then the next year is the year that I got put into that special group and nearly earned the trip. And then the year after, I earned the trip. And this year, I earned the trip. Like, so, just don't give up. Like, if you earned any points this year, if you weren't with the business this year, push yourself, because you can do things that you didn't think you would ever be able to do. I literally, whenever I had that 297, I looked at that and I was like, I'm never going to earn a trip with Unique. That must be for like Black status only. And that is definitely not the case. Like, I can't even tell you, like, watching all these people with their husbands and their kids and getting to enjoy the beach and like, oh my gosh, you want this. You want this for your life. I promise you.
Even if it's not this coming year, even if
yeah, it's amazing. It's awesome.
You have to know in your heart and believe in yourself in your heart that you can do it, because like, if you come in and the first year I was able to qualify for it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to do it. And I stopped working. Yeah. And if that's the attitude you take, you'll never earn it. Now, that's why I'm coming back with a completely different attitude this time.
Yeah. My first year, I actually had close to 3,000 points, but it's because they gave me 1,000 points for joining in the middle of the qualification period.
Right.
Then last year I got about halfway, not quite halfway, but almost halfway. And I felt pretty good about that. I was like, yeah, that's some major progress. And then this year I was at that last little, like they give you this tracker and it's got like all these rungs, right? And I was at the very last one. I forget how many points exactly, but I was at the very last one. Like, I was so close. And they do these bonus points and different things. So if you're working every month, and sometimes you don't know what the bonus points are until the month is over.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're doing everything you can every month. But anyway, if no one else has any questions, I think that we'll go ahead and say goodbye. Have a good night. Good day.
Yes, everybody have a good evening.
Narelle looks so cozy and warm.
I know. Narelle, I'm sending your stuff tomorrow. I have it next to me.
It's like still hot here, and she's cold there. It's like tank top weather here. All right. Yeah, totally is here. Anyway, all right. Well, we will talk to you guys next week, same time. I'm not sure what we're going to train on yet, but we'll figure that out and we'll let you guys know. We'll talk to you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.